Hey there again, folks. Welcome back to a real long walk. What am I doing? Oh yeah, it's making a bed. Well, I'm putting the bed down, not making the bed. Let me go and make a couple more beds while I'm here. Yeah, that's right. We got rid of the orange wool that we had. Okay. Oh, now I can sleep. So yeah, we're starting the episode by sleeping. Best episode ever. Oh dear. Okay. That was deeper and I had fallen. That could have been the worst beginning of the episode ever. You guys would have enjoyed it, wouldn't you? Yeah, you would have. But anyway, yeah, welcome back to Real Long Walk. I am back. I said that the channel would continue going, didn't I? I have decided I was not feeling too well at all yesterday. It wasn't mental. Just kind of like bleh, bleh. I've said that I feel best recording these at night once Mama goes to sleep. Too many distractions in the daytime. I should record some in the daytime, but I just have not. um, but anyway, yeah. Last night I was just not feeling well at all. Couldn't even sleep either. I just could not sleep. Just didn't feel well enough awake. Wasn't able to go to sleep. So I know that my commentary is discombobulated one way or the other. So I mean, I have recorded while being under the influence of non well enough restedness or brain deadedness. Luckily, that is not illegal to be under the influence of brain deadness. Otherwise, I would be in jail all the time. I'd get a life sentence for that crap. What you in here for? Brain deadness? Oh dang! You're doing some hard time, man. Just left my boat, didn't I? Oh, I can make a new one. Hopefully, I won't need to make a new one anytime soon, though. I think I was just happy it didn't break. I was like, I don't want to touch it. It didn't break for once in this version. So yeah, I didn't do any recording. No videos went up yesterday. They should be going up today. Though, if you're seeing this, then yes, videos went up today. Could have used that boat too. Oops. Okay. So yeah, and talking about like the last episode, I guess another thing that on that topic that is something that I need to work on because it's something that's actually to my advantage. It is to my advantage that I don't have a big channel on some things, such as nobody really complains if you don't do a video. Some days, uh, so that's something I am happy about. I was just like, I'm just gonna watch. I'm just gonna watch stuff or play me a game. Do me some achievement hunting. Um, last night, well, I couldn't sleep and didn't really want to subject anybody to to a video that I would do at that point or in that mindset. So that is something that I should be happy about. I have that mentality, and again, I started off back last month. I was like, I'm gonna be chill. Videos will happen when they happen. Then I got to looking at all the games, that I have. Like I bought too much crap on sale. Too many humble bundles over the years. And there's a lot of games that I would like to let's play. And I was like, oh man, yeah, that would be fun. And then I was like, okay, so I want to be doing this. Oh, and Minecraft. I got into Minecraft again. And I'm like, so many videos I want to do. You know, I gotta make sure to do it every day. If I want to get through them all, or have any hopes of making any progress at all through them. And just that mentality of, hey, you got to do it. That's something uh, that I've always had trouble with. I'd be like, man, I don't feel well. I feel like crap, man. I need to do a video for today. I don't have any videos recorded. I've only got 5 videos recorded. I've only got 5. That was back. Of course, that was back when I was doing it before, when I was doing standard episode lengths. Like I would record 5 episodes of XCOM and be like, okay, I got 5 days worth of XCOM. If I was doing it now, I would just record for an hour, hour and a half, and be like, okay, there's XCOM. Boom. Here's a stopping point. Boom. I'm still trying not to make them too long. For one thing, I start getting a little distracted myself. I don't tend to play games for just that long at a time normally. Now, if I'm really enjoying a game, that can happen a bit, but I'm way more likely to play it. Do a lot of spurts in a day. Be like, okay, I played this game for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, and I'm back at it. Half an hour later, I'm back at it. But I can't just sit there for like 6, 7 hours and play a game just that much at a time. It's just I don't have the attention span for it, for one thing. I guess that's healthy, sort of. It kind of keeps me from hopefully not being I think I've whether it actually happened or not, I don't know. But I remember hearing something about a guy who played WoW for like 3 days straight. He didn't get up, do nothing. He got up and died. Like I doubt this. I don't know. It could be true, but I don't know. I don't know. How could he not? Did he like have a bottle he was peeing in, or I guess he wasn't eating, So I guess he could have eaten. He would have had to have the stuff like close by. I don't know. That's something that's probably not true. I probably shouldn't mention it unless I know absolutely whether it happened or not. But that's something that should never happen to me, because I don't get up for long, but I do get up. I am terribly out of shape, as I've said before, especially since I've not been working for the last couple of years. I've always been fat, but I was somewhat fat. Now I'm not fat or super fat. I am out of shape fat, though. I don't eat enough to be like fat, like super fat, but it's not healthy. I don't I haven't been able to motivate myself to exercise as much as I need to at all. It's sad. It is. I'm gonna get the garbage can on the road. I gotta get some garbage in the garbage can. Get it on the road. 5 minutes later. So yeah, it's not healthy. But anyway, yeah, I need to get out of the mentality of like I have to make sure a video goes out every day, or or a schedule. I know that I know that's the thing that helps like YouTube channels and stuff, but again, I'm gonna have to kind of embrace the fact that, like I said in last episode, this will kind of always be, a low tier channel, and I enjoy it. I enjoy doing it. That's the thing that, that should matter the most. I shouldn't let, the fact, like I said last episode, 5, going on 6 years, in April, uh, having just over 300 subs. Ooh, right, for some reason. I shouldn't let something like that bother me, because I'm doing what I'm having fun doing. If others don't like it, then, oh well. They don't have to. That's what makes people human. So, yeah. I'm a niche. I'm happy I'm a niche. I'm a niche market on YouTube. Like some of those ebooks that are good for listening to go to sleep. I'm assuming that exists. If not, I said ebooks, didn't I? I meant the audiobooks. I'm sure they exist. If not, why wouldn't they? Time to learn about the history of trade in Western civilization. Chapter 1. Something like that, if those don't exist, then, why not? That would actually be, that would be smart to write intentionally boring informational books, and have them be audiobooks, just audiobooks, to help people go to sleep. Cause I don't know, there might be some people who'd be like, oh my gosh, I can't sleep learning about trade between, all the intricacies of trade, all levels and thing is just keeping me on the edge of my seat, edge of my bed. I can't sleep from all the excitement, I mean, that might happen, but I doubt it would be often. So, great. I probably just, if that doesn't exist, I probably just made someone $1 million. So just like, $1 million just flew out of my mouth. That's somebody. You can even get the guy from crap. I can't think of the guy's name. He had a game show. I can't remember his name. He was on Ferris Bueller, and the teacher that said Bueller. What if something Stein? Bill Stein? Something Stein, right? Is that get something Stein's money? It is Stein, right? The only other Stein I can think of is R.L. Stein, who wrote the Goosebumps books. I definitely know that's not the same guy. There's also Frankenstein, which sort of could be spelled as Stein, but I feel like his last name is pronounced Stein, so I doubt it would be spelt the same. Those possibly. What is that dude's name? He has glasses. He's kind of older. Oh my word! I can't think of the guy's name. He exists. I'm not making this guy up. So yeah. Anyway, that, the whole point of that was I need to not worry about, setting out a schedule, What a weird and crazy road we just came down. All them weird topics we just talked, that I just talked about. from that. um, but yeah, what else to talk about? Yeah, and yeah, along with those lines, I think I'm just want to get back on the back to my regular scheduled, non-scheduled actually programming. um, of the Steam Winter Sale videos. I do think they do serve a purpose. Hopefully they help some people who are buying games on PC. They get a lot of views. But I don't know. I was putting too much pressure on them. Uh, you know, not just on them, but me doing them. I was like, oh man, I've got like when I started breaking them down, I broke them. I start off by just going through the Steam and finding games, game deals, and I pick a game and I put it in a text document and put the genre by it, and because before it happened, I was already like, yeah, I want to do it by genre. I want it to be a little bit more organized than I did, a few years ago, and when when I um, yeah, when I was going through it after I got about 20, 30 games. What's that mean? Probably about that many. Um, I started, dividing them up into genre. I wrote the genre down when I put the name down, but I didn't know how many of each thing, so I just kind of, or even what genres I would find. So I just, did, broke them down again by genre. I was like, oh my word, what? Too many genres. I was only planning on this being like 6 or 7 videos long, and it turned out to be like 13. I'm like, oh my word. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to put out multiple videos a day in order to, for these to actually help people, while the sale is on. So I'm like, okay, so I got to record this every single day or every single night, and multiple ones, and and I am one to ramble, so yeah, I think I was just putting too much pressure, on it to do it. I think I'm going to lay off of it for now. When the Steam Winter Sale ends, wait another week, and then I think I'm going to start doing the Steam sales of the week. I did that also a couple years ago after the Steam Winter Sale that I did after those videos, and I think I'm just going to do that, and then kind of let that ease into whenever the summer sale starts. I probably made the huge mistake of jumping into quite the project, a bigger project than I, originally, thought it would be, and try to use the stuff I learned, because I don't need the videos to be that freaking long, because it doesn't help with doesn't help anybody for them to be that long, really. Unless you're trying to go to sleep, then that might help. But yeah, my problem was I was trying to subject too much personal experience into them. Like my personal experiences with specific games, and that I think is the wrong approach to it. So when I do it again, or do it as a weekly series rather than a multiple videos a day series, like I was going to try to do, along with keeping up with this and Chrono Trigger, and I did write off like the random games. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna. For a while, I'm not gonna worry about that. But so that I did go like, no. But yeah, I think I'm done with the game. The Steam Winter Sale videos of 2018 anyway, and just go with what I've been doing. before that, with the Minecraft and the Chrono Trigger and um, the random games. But I'm having fun with the random games. Those you never know what you're going to get. It may be a game you really enjoy. It may be a game that's like meh. Or maybe a game that's subjectively not good. um, so you never know. It's always interesting. I mean, I got a game that wouldn't even start. So it was on my old computer. It might work better now. I'm not sure. It's like a horror game. It wouldn't even run. It was going to be. It looked like a really uh, like a Five Nights at Freddy's type ordeal. I was actually going to stream it last year, I think, but I couldn't get it to work. So I was like, okay, well, moving on. So yeah, I'm still getting a lot of games, off Keymailer. Not so much here recently, but there's still a lot that I haven't gotten to. So I've got plenty to play, and I've been looking on Steam, free to play games, and some I probably wouldn't mind playing on there too. Maybe like some visual novels type games, or just maybe some multiplayer ones. So yeah. Somber music as the sun sets. So what else? What else can we talk about? I probably should have came up with stuff to talk about before I started recording. That would have been smart, correct? Yeah, that would have been smart. Now, I guess I could talk about maybe some games I've been playing. I did during the Steam sale. I picked up a game that I should not have picked up. I saw it on Steam back maybe 3 weeks ago. I'm like, what? That's on Steam now? And I was like, oh my gosh. Whenever that Steam winter sale starts, I'm buying that as quick as lightning. Oh, that island's inhabited. And wound up it didn't go on sale. It was $30. I was sad, but I got turned around. I thought I turned around that way, but I turned it back around that way. I was like, I'm surrounded. Well, so long, zombies. We will not miss you. Yeah. Yeah, when I saw it on Steam back about 3-4 weeks ago, I was like, oh man, I'm so happy. So happy, I gotta get it. Steam Winter Sale. I'll get a little bit off of it probably. It probably won't be like half off. It'll probably only be maybe 20% off. Save me, what would that be? Like $4? Maybe $4 or $5. 20% off. Yeah, 20% off would be over $5. But nope, it was not on sale. And I'm like, yeah. And I was feeling cruddy over the weekend. And I just was like, okay. Buy. Buy as in, purchase. Not buy as in leave. To clarify on the meaning of the verb of which I spoke. So yeah, I bought it. It was Katamari Damacy Reroll. I regret buying it, but I had fun playing it. I beat it in a day for $30. Uh, and I feel bad for doing it because I mean that's a I mean that's a I mean it's not $60, so thank goodness. But yeah, I felt guilty getting it. You know, um, but yeah, enjoyed playing it. Not as much as I thought I would. I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought it would. Mostly because that's probably my least favorite game of the Katamari games that I've played. I think I've played all of them but one. I think they made one on the PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 3, and I've never owned a. I'm about to say I haven't ever owned a PlayStation. PlayStation 2 was the last PlayStation console I owned. The only PlayStation console I've ever owned, actually. Never had the PlayStation 1 and never had the PlayStation 3 or 4. So, uh, and PlayStation 2 is actually where I played both those games. Are both the first games anyway. Both of the first two games. She shook. Get the words out right and accurately. So yeah, but I had fun with it. I guess that's what counts. I need to feel even more. Like I said, I am an achievement hunter, so to feel more, um, um, like I got my money's worth. I probably should go ahead and get the last couple of achievements for the game. Um, though the last one will require a whole lot of scouring around on it. So there is that. I don't know if it's worth it or not, but yeah, to get the playtime, that $30 would be worth it. Probably have to about triple my playtime to get every object in the game. If you don't know what Katamari Damacy is, and you're probably not alone. It's not like a. I don't think it's not like an unknown game, but it's not a super popular one either. It's Japanese as crap. I think that would be a pretty accurate way of saying it. Nothing bad about not saying anything bad about Japanese culture or nothing at all, but it's just steeped in Japanese in Japanese culture. It's weird and quirky, and the music is disturbingly catchy, even though you can't understand a lot of it. And like hadn't played a Katamari game in probably 8-9 years, but as I was installing it, the Katamari theme was going in my head. I was like, oh no, and then when I started up, I was humming it, but I could have hummed along with it. So it's like I said, it's super catchy, disturbingly catchy. Uh, so yeah, it's super Japanese. Basically, the plot of the game, if you don't know, is the king of all cosmos uh, got pissed off and destroyed all of the stars in the sky. And so he it's actually disturbing, the biblical the biblical crossover with the game. I'm guessing it's intentional, but he sends his son to Earth, the prince. That's who you play as, to create Katamaris to replace all the stars in the sky. I mean, that part's probably not that, not that really that biblical, but uh, hard to think of any any biblical reference to creating stars. But anyway, so yeah, it's weird. It's really weird. But that's definitely what that's a good thing for that game. If it was normal, it would not work as well as it does. So yeah, the way the game works is it's weird. But basically, you have this little ball that you roll around, okay? And this ball is a Katamari. It's in the name of the game. It's a Katamari, and what you do is you roll stuff up into the ball. Now the Katamari starts at a certain size depending on whatever level you're on. But you start off only being able to pick up stuff smaller than a Katamari. Meaning, if it starts off at like 5 centimeters big, you might only be able to pick up like thumbtacks and little stuff like that. But as you pick up more stuff, the Katamari gains size. And so you're increasing the size of the Katamari, and that's your goal. You have like a time limit to make the Katamari so big. And it is really disturbingly fun and addictive. Because you start off being able to pick up those little things, and there will be stuff like rats, there, and they'll be bumping into you, messing with you, but as you get bigger and bigger, you can start picking up bigger things, including those rats and pets and people even, and it's not on this level, or it's not in this game, but it was my favorite level. I think it was in We Love Katamari, which was the sequel. It was the first one I played. It was you start off really tiny, and you just and your goal was to just get freaking huge. Really huge. Like you'd get big enough. You start off real tiny, like centimeters size, and you would. I believe it was in We Love Katamari. It might have been in Beautiful Katamari, which was on the 360, but I'm pretty sure it was on We Love Katamari, or both. It may have been in both. Anyway, you start off really tiny and you work your way up. You're picking up people. There's different size people. There's animals, but you just keep getting bigger, and you eventually start being able to pick up buildings. And you pick up buildings, and you pick up trees, and you just keep getting bigger and bigger, and eventually you're picking up skyscrapers, and you're rolling around the whole freaking world, and you eventually start picking up entire countries, and then you go into space, and then you're picking up stars in the Katamari, and it's ridiculous, but it's so fun. It's not. I'm sure it's not that fun to everybody, but to those that it is fun to, you're thinking of being like, this game should not be this fun. It makes no sense for it to actually be fun, but yet it is. It makes no sense, period. But again, it makes no sense that it should be as fun as it is. But yeah, I spent the day playing it the other day, and had fun with it. Though, like I said, I was weak. I should have just been like, no shook. Hold out. It'll go on sale one day. That's unusual for that to happen. Mushroom spawning on not mushroom land. Although normally, it's Uh, well, sometimes this happens where there'll be islands, but a lot of times, like on the edges of the mushroom biomes, there'll be like little bits of not mushroom islands. So I guess it's not that weird. You just don't hardly ever see it. I don't. I don't remember seeing it often. But yeah, Katamari Damacy re-roll. I played it. I wish it was a sequel. I do hope that gets onto Steam. Because I'll probably do the exact same damn thing. Be like, I'll wait for the next sale. I'll wait for it to go on sale. Next sale happens. I'm like, damn it. Okay. I will buy it. But at least it will have more. It will have more playtime. It will be more playtime. Hopefully, they leave it at $30. Hopefully, they don't go over 30. I mean, honestly, for the first game, they should have done it like $20 tops, 15 or 20. But hopefully, they don't go over 30 for the sequel. If they put it out, I shouldn't assume they're going to put it out. But it was fun. It was fun. The sequel, I should actually, I can actually play. I think I'm pretty sure I still have it on the PS2. I just don't know if I have a TV that I can plug my PlayStation 2 into. And I actually don't have absolute proof that my PS2 still works. So I think this TV still works. I know the power button isn't on it. I had to get like a screwdriver to turn this TV. I have a TV that's right by my desk. But the power button like went back into the TV. I guess I turned it on and off too much. The power button broke on it. So I remember I was having to use a screwdriver to turn the TV on. So yeah, I know when I was upgrading my gaming stuff, I wound up. I just have monitors. I don't have an actual TV. My TV was messing up that I was using as a monitor, so I needed a replacement. So I don't think something growled at me. So I don't think I could actually. I don't think I could actually hook it up to either of these monitors that I'm using now. So I don't know if I could actually play it that way. My 360 don't work anymore. That I know for sure. So I can't play the beautiful Katamari. I don't think I have it. I don't even know what happened to my 360 games. I guess I pawned them. Or when my when it crapped out on me to make a little bit of get a little bit more use out of them. But yeah, it was fun though. Just don't think it was $30 worth of fun. Then again, I mean, it's a game I can revisit multiple times. So over the next 3 years, I can just boom download it on my computer and play it again. So that is a thing that that can do. So over time, it might be better, but by then it'll probably be like $15. So I'll probably just be like, well, you should have just waited until it was like $15. So yeah, Katamari Damacy. I had a lot of fun with it, but not as much fun as I wished I had, or for the amount of time that I had with it. So yeah. I guess that is one thing that I have bought bundles a bit often normally good sales. I guess that's the one vice you can say that I have. one of the things that I do spend more money on than I should. I've never smoked nor drunk alcohol, nor have done drugs. Uh, so I guess if you have to have something, buying and playing video games isn't the worst thing in the world. Especially, since almost always, um, I almost always get them not at full price. As I've stated, I did buy one recently at full price. And I did mention in one of the other videos that I did buy Fallout 76, which I regret. Which that one I do kind of regret, because I have not played it again. I played it pretty heavily for about 4 or 5 days, but just one day I was like, I don't really feel like playing it today. And the next day I was like, I don't really feel like playing it again. And I never returned. Really? Really, Bolt? Really? Well, I guess I can get these trees here. Okay, I thought this might be a ravine, but not a ravine. Oops. So yeah, I guess there's worse things I could do. Still feel guilty about it though. But again, I shouldn't. Not that bad anyway. Probably not that bad. I haven't ever bought games to and it run as solo to where bills couldn't be paid or anything like that. Although I will admit that back a few years ago, I was playing an online game called Ebony. I was about going to need to get that back. I was about to end the episode, but now I've got another topic. I will say that I can, if I'm not careful, let myself get addicted to stuff. Especially like online games, like online games like WoW, MMOs. I don't tend to MMORPGs, I should say. I don't like WoW. I've played it a lot there for a month, but I was just like, eh. But did I talk about this recently? I can't remember. I don't think I did. I know I was talking about games that I remember there was an episode where I was talking about games that I had played through the year while I wasn't doing YouTube. And this was a game I played through the year, but I don't think I talked about it. I don't think I thought about it till later. I didn't talk about all the games I wanted to in that episode. It was like a 50 minute video, so. But there's like another 3 or 4 that I was wanting to talk about. And I never got around to it. I was going to the next one, and it was something else I talked about, and then, so, I guess that's a topic I can return to. It's not a topic I'm going to talk about in full now, but I am going to touch on one. Yeah, back about probably 6, 7, 8 years ago, there was a game called Ebony that I got really bad sucked into. Like, really bad. It was a game where you can you have like city. Well, you have cities. You start off with only being able to get one, but you can work up to have, I think, up to 10, 9 or 10, and you join alliances, and you. I may have talked about this in another video, but it's been years since I've talked about it. I remember actually talking about it. I did another challenge like this. This isn't really a challenge. This is just me walking. I did a challenge back. at one point called the Running Man Challenge, where I was just like running. I think it started off as the Forrest Gump Challenge, but it was just me running full speed, not sleeping, not doing anything. So nighttime, I had to actually deal with monsters. I think I did like 10 episodes, 10, 12 episodes of it. And this was something I talked about then. I don't remember if I ever mentioned it in this series. That was before this, obviously, because this is definitely the best way to do it. to actually get things, to talk things out, and just more fun, really. But anyway, yeah, this game, it definitely had monetization things. This is a free to play game. It was a browser game, free to play browser game, but it definitely had ways for you to spend money, and I didn't for quite a while. The alliance I was in, uh, I started off, not knowing anything. I learned the game, from them. I was quiet in chat, um, but I was learning. I learned from them. I was communicating with the higher ups, in the alliance. Like I would ask a question. Apparently, that's something that people really like. I don't. I mean, I like that too, but I'm always afraid that people won't like it. Like I don't have a problem with people asking me questions, but I'm paranoid. I'm bugging people when I'm asking too many questions. Which has always been an issue with it's definitely always been an issue, working, um, again, uh, my boss has never had an issue with it. I just feel like I'm being annoying, and same with that game. But apparently, they liked that I was trying to learn, and something happened. I don't know. I wasn't up to, and I wasn't up on the politicking at that point, and they decided to start over on a new server type thing that was opening up. Where everybody starts off brand new, and they decided they wanted to put me in a leadership position, and I was like, okay, sure. Big mistake. I started off really well. I was doing really well for myself. On there, and but like you can spend like, I think $30, and like there's like this wheel, this thing that gives you like stuff that's on the wheel, and it's like completely random. You can get like really good stuff if you're lucky, and you do tend, and I think that was probably the best way to do it because you did tend to get a lot of stuff that you need, and it did have like that exciting part, like I don't know what I'm going to get, um, and then when you did get something good, you're like, yeah, you really felt like a winner. Um, but that was helping me out too, and I was just I got a little bit too reliant on that. I think I spent like $60 a month over the course of like 3 or 4 months, and that was way too much. Way too much. Uh, within months of that, I was like, oh my word, I can't believe it. And so yeah, and that game was just too stressful. And games like that can be to me, because I'll want to do my best. Want to make sure to be around if people need me, and stuff like that, especially in a leadership position. Like I was then, I'm like gotta be. I think I was like the second in command, like in the they. In hindsight, I think they felt. I don't think they liked it, but at the time they wanted to really make a huge alliance, so they did like 4 alliances. It was all gonna be like one big sister alliance sort of situation, and they put me in second in command to in one of them, and like the enemy was like was constantly, like one of the enemy alliances, the leader of them were, fairly consistently communicating with me. I was friendly, I was never butthole, but it is stressful, and I was on there all the time. And the thing with that game is, you start spending money, and you start feeling like you have to be there all the time. The way that game worked is you have to have these things. I remember this. I can't believe I remember all these details. I can't remember how old I am at times, but I still remember this freaking information after 8 years of not playing this game. Well, I will admit, I returned back. After I quit it, I did return back a couple times, but I burnt out pretty quick both times without spending anything. So I did learn my lesson. But yeah, the problem with that game is, to get like your town hall level, or like the buildings in your thing, the max level was 10, but to get them to level 10, you had to buy these things called Michelangelo scripts. I don't know. Guess something to do with Michelangelo painter. I don't know. But I don't think it was about the turtle. A reference to the turtle. And you had to do that to get multiple cities. So I think you had to do that to get multiple cities. And yeah. So once you took another city, which of course is the strategy, you wanted multiple cities. Of course, those cities could be taken away from you. And that was always the fear, I'm tired, I'm going to sleep. And you wake up the next morning and, you had like 5 cities the next, when you went to bed, and now you're like, oh my gosh, I was attacked while I was asleep. All my stuff is gone. I had like several buildings at level 10 that some of that money that I spent was used for that. And oh my gosh, they stole my money. I lost it. Stuff like that. And so I was on it like all the time. If I was awake, I was on that game. Now I was saying earlier in the video that I could not play games for that long at a time. Well, that is one of those rare exceptions where I had the game on all the time. And the sad thing is, I was cheating on it too. In that you're only supposed to log into one account at a time. But I wasn't the only one cheating. Several people, was doing it. That doesn't make it right. That does not make it right. But yeah. So because you're scared of having stuff, of being attacked. I remember when you're attacked, you have like this little icon on it'll start flashing like you got an attack incoming. It could take like almost an hour or over an hour for an attack to get there to you, depending on where it's coming from. But you can see it start flashing, so that's why I always wanted it up, so I could be like, oh, it's flashing, oh my gosh, I'm under attack, then you can get like, people to reinforce you, And so whenever I went to bed or went to work, I can't believe I held my job doing this. In retrospect, I can't believe I held my job. I mean, I did always make sure, I always put my job first. So I don't remember ever doing anything like calling out or anything like that, like a major, like a super, super major addiction. But, might would make you do. But yeah, whenever I did that, there was a guy from Texas on the Alliance. He was a cool guy. We got along pretty well, but he would log in my account, like in another tab, and keep an eye on it. And yeah, I remember at that point, that was fairly easy to do because, and I would do the same for him. Whenever he went to work or went to sleep, I'd be like, hey man, yeah, okay, about to log in. You log out, I'll log in. keep your make sure your stuff's safe. And I remember at that point I was actually watching stuff on the TV. Of course now it's all YouTube and stuff like that. Can't even get cable back here on the TV I have. So because they made it to where you had to have like a box or whatever back here, I used to just have a cable cord. The thing that's coming back here from a modem. I used to have that plugged in on the back of my TV or a splitter from it, and I could watch TV and have the internet on or watch DVDs and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I would do. I would have my computer on that game all the time, watching 2 accounts to make sure nobody was attacking them, making sure that all the troops were fed, because to be successful you have to have a big army, and to have a big army you gotta keep the upkeep. They eat so much food, so you gotta make sure to have resources. I remember people would actually on the forums that game would actually talk about, I canceled the date to feed my troops and stuff, and I was like, which is funny thinking about now, but it's sad because that was, if I had dates then, that could have been a thing. Oh crap! I just got turned around. So yeah, it was bad, very bad. And so yeah, it was super stressful. I was so happy when the guys on like the leadership or whatever was like, I'm not having fun with this anymore. And they were like, so everybody just kind of quit at once and decided to quit at once, and I was pretty happy. The last night playing that game was probably the most fun I had playing it, because I was like, this is it. So yeah, games like that where it's like strategy games, like not just real time strategy, but super real time strategy, as in if it says something will take a day, you actually take a day, and it's like online. I am susceptible to those type of games, enjoying them too much, because I've mentioned I'm an achievement hunter. There's a website called AStats that I go on to like track the achievements, and so yeah, there's and like the games on there will have like certain point values, and there's a lot of games that worth like 10,000 points, which is the max amount they can have on there, and I'm doing pretty well on there, like in the top 150 out of like 100,000. So I'm doing pretty well on there, I think. Never gonna be like in the top, but it has gotten me to play several different games that I would not have played otherwise if I hadn't been an achievement hunter. And one of those games was a game called Emporia that I played this year. It was a free-to-play game, and it was a lot like Ebony. And I mean, I was like, should I try this? But I did, and I was really having fun with it. It had some differences to it. You can only have one CD. So it's like, okay. So I don't have to worry about losing my only city. Somebody can kill my troops if I let them. Although one thing I like about that is you can just kind of like, you can leave like your gates closed, and your troops will never be touched if you get attacked. They can steal your stuff. They can steal your resources, but they can't actually kill your troops to where you have to start off almost all over. So I was like, that's nice. But yeah, I got way into it again, as in I was leaving it running almost all the time. I spent a little bit, not much. Like they would have like events, and like each event you could spend like $3, $4, I think $6 maybe was the max. And so once I got into the game, I would do that. I did that maybe 3 times, but I never felt pressure to do more. Although in retrospect, considering that I knew I had a problem with it, or I know that I would have a problem with that, I regret doing that now. So yeah, it wasn't a thing where so much the money. It was just me getting addicted to it pretty bad. Um, because I mean, you form kind of relationships to it. I've been very hermity this year. Not very sociable, so I wasn't very talkative. But there was 2 or 3 people that I talked to, a bit every now and then, like the leader of the main alliance I was in, and yeah, I was feeling obligated to make sure, to keep myself, online most of the time, to in case somebody needed something, I could be like, I could send it to them or whatever, and if they were being attacked or if somebody needed help attacking something, I could help them and stuff like that. Um, I mean, yeah, for about a month. I don't think it was over a month and a half. I had a lot of fun with it, but yeah, one thing I did like about that game was it had like a dead set end date to each world. It would be, I think it was 98 days. Like after that, there was actually a winner decided based on conditions in the game, which was pretty cool. Pretty cool idea, I thought. And so yeah, the way it so yeah, the alliance I was in, the world ended and got reset, and the alliance formed again, and yeah, like there's certain after so many days, there's certain things that happen that that will trigger conditions that you need to do to give yourself a chance to win. And yeah, I was playing it a lot, and the time that I realized I had a major problem, and it made me just decide to quit. I was already feeling pressure, um, that I shouldn't have. But the thing that just made me decide to quit was I missed like these fortresses that they open up and you're supposed to take them so you can conquer land, stuff like that, and get points. Can't remember what those are for. Can't remember what that's for. It's a good thing I can't remember some of these details. I can still remember some stuff, but it's a good thing I've already forgotten other stuff already. So, but yeah, you had to do that, and they were supposed to open it like from my glancing at the times because it had like a countdown like on day one. Like yeah, this thing will be vulnerable to attack in like 12 days or 11 days or something like that. It's on the map. You just have to wait for the shield to drop to be able to attack it. And so, and the guy was like, yeah, the leader of the alliance I was in, sent out a like a thing saying, yeah, 5 o'clock, whoever can be here, 5 in the morning, be here if they can. Wait, no, I think he said 7. Yeah, he said 7. Be here whenever, be here if you can. So I got there about 6:30, and apparently the time he told was wrong, or I just somehow misunderstood it or whatever, and like they were having like major losses, and I was like, wow, I was awake for that time. I was just doing something else, and I felt legitimately guilty for not being there. So I played it for like an hour, and I was just like distraught, like, no, I let them down, and then I was like, I should not be feeling this damn guilty, playing a game. I should not be feeling this bad, with a game. So I just like, I quit. They did not hear from me. After that point, they did not hear from me again. So, yeah. I didn't tell them, like, yeah, I'm going to have to go. I was just like, hopefully they didn't think I died. Hopefully they didn't think something like had happened to me. But, oh, over here, that makes sense. So, yeah, that was my experience with it. The thing that sucks about that is I am really good at games like that. Games like that, I can't say that I'm a good gamer with a lot of games, but games like that, I am pretty legitimately good at. But it's not healthy. It isn't healthy for me to play them. I can get addicted to stuff like Civilization, But I would not say that I'm good at Civilization games. I do okay. But I never play on the harder difficulties. I tend to play on the easier difficulties than the harder difficulties. But games like that, I tend to be really good at, And so it's kind of weird. I could be good at it, but I just should not be good at it because it's unhealthy for me. So yeah, it's probably weird. But anyway, that was my foray into. Oh, I need to make. Let's go and make more beds. My foray into that. Games can be legitimately addicting, so you got to be careful. Oh no! Really, Shook? Really, you made slabs? Really, you did that? I did that. Nobody can ever claim I'm good at Minecraft. That is a very safe thing that I can say. Use the wool, Shook. Use the wool. Thank you, Shook. You use the wool. Also, get more wool while you're at it. Don't fall in the lava, either. You would like me to fall in lava, wouldn't you, you dang sheep? Oh, that's a big hole. So yeah, that was that. Wow. Like an hour ago, I was like, I don't really have much to talk about. Somehow this has been almost the longest video I've done of this series. And so, yeah. If I don't shut up soon, it will be the longest one. I think the last one was like an hour 10. So, I'm looking at a timer. It says an hour and 8:20 right now. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed hearing me ramble about my incredible video game guilt. That's what gaming is all about. Massive guilt. It is annoying. There's stuff that I know I logically should not feel guilty about, but it can't stop myself from doing it. Whether it be, watch this, folks. I'm fixing to tie everything together. Everything. In a bow. With a bow. It's tied. Everything tied. I do tend to feel guilty way too often, whether it be putting up videos daily, buying games not on sale, even though I know that I will enjoy them, or playing games, multiplayer games, like strategy games that I'm good at, but just aren't healthy, either socially or, or the time put into them. Yeah, I kind of lost it at the end. But it was mostly all tied together. Guilt. That's the thing that holds this episode together. That's what you want in your YouTube video. You want a video seeping with the guilt. Guilt seepage. That should be the title. Guilt seepage. Anyway, guys, I'm going to shut up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Oh, before I forget, I did forget, I think episode before last. We're at 1.46. Wow, we're almost at 1.5 million blocks. So yeah, we'll be at 1.5 million pretty soon. Looks like we need a boat. And now this is going to be the longest episode yet. So, yay! Celebrating the longest video of this series yet. Not counting live streams. So, yay, I guess. That zombie's happy. Oh, need to be careful. He might can actually get out. Oh my. Yeah, they're good. You can't get out. So anyway, I will see you guys in the next episode. I think I'm going to do one more and then start the new year off in 1.7. So we've seen everything in 1.6 now that we should, with the hay blocks and the changing to the craft enchanting table and stuff like that. Baby zombies. No chicken zombies. Baby chicken zombies, but baby zombies we've seen. So yeah, I'm going to start the new year off with 1.7. Hopefully we can get the adventuring time achievement in 1.7. I can't remember for sure. But anyway, I do sincerely hope you enjoyed. I think I've said it already, but I do hope that if you have sat through an hour and 10 minutes and not enjoyed it, then I am sorry. You could have turned off any point. I feel guilty now. Now I feel guilty again that somehow somebody may have felt obligated to sit through that long and then be like, what? Now you tell me I could have turned off. I want my hour and 10 minutes back, dude. I shouldn't feel guilty about that. I don't really, so maybe a little bit. But anyway, I'm going to shut up. I'm going to shut up now. See you guys in the next one. Later.